What if you could switch between your Mac desktops by literally slapping the side of your laptop screen? What if you could switch between your Mac desktops by literally slapping the side of your laptop screen? That is exactly what Slaptop does. A tiny Mac OS utility that listens to your Mac motion sensor and turns display taps into direct mission control actions. Tap the left side, you switch to the left. Tap the right side, you switch to the right. Tap the top edge, you launch mission control. Yes, really. And this is not some brand new experiment. It is a digital zombie rising from the grave. 21 years ago, the very same app lived and died on Mac computers, and today it is back, free and open source, ready for a new generation of Apple Silicon Macs. The original Slaptop was built by developer Kalani Helikunia back in 2005. He shared it across Mac forums under the project name Projectile. It was a mischievous little experiment in turning physical motion into a software input. At the time, MacBooks had spinning hard drives equipped with a sudden motion sensor. This sensor was designed to park the hard drive read heads if you dropped your computer, protecting your data. Slaptop piggybacked on that exact sensor. Every time you tapped your laptop, it would read the motion data and map it to a desktop switch. It was clever. It was fun. It was also fundamentally broken. Here is the problem. When you tapped your laptop screen, the hard drive saw it as a potential drop event. The sudden motion protection would park the drive heads. Repeat that a few times and the heads would keep unparking and reparking. User reports revealed a serious flaw. Repeated interruptions could lead to data corruption and data loss. Kalani put it simply in his own words. As it turns out, hitting a laptop with a hard drive kills your data. So he pulled the original Slaptop offline. When clones started appearing under other names, he reached out to the authors, including Amit Singh of AMS Tracker and Erling Ellingson of SmackBook, and convinced them that the data corruption risk was too real. They took their versions down too. 2 decades later, everything has changed. The modern Mac no longer has spinning hard drives that can be damaged by subtle percussive maintenance. Every Apple Silicon Mac now has a far more accurate motion sensor built in. The failure mode that killed Slaptop the first time is simply gone. That is why Kalani has brought it back. The new Slaptop is free, open source under the MIT license, requires Mac OS 14 or later, and runs on Apple Silicon with integrated display support. It is the same playful idea, finally given the hardware it always needed to work properly. The new Slaptop keeps its pipeline deliberately small. A narrowly scoped, user-approved helper reads accelerometer and gyroscope reports from the Apple SPU motion sensor on your Mac. It contains no file access or network logic. Before it maps taps to actions, it first learns your touch. 3 taps per edge teach Slaptop your Mac and your personal touch. There is adjustable sensitivity and repeat timing so the gesture feels intentional, not accidental. Once trained, a left side tap sends the Control plus left shortcut that moves to the previous space. A right side tap sends Control plus right. And a top edge tap sends Control plus up to launch mission control. If you changed your system defaults, you can remap each tap direction to match. But Slaptop is not limited to the 3 screen edge taps. You can teach it your own knock code. Beyond the basic left, right, and top gestures, Slaptop can recognize a custom series of taps or knocks anywhere on your computer, then turn it into an action you choose. You give the gesture a name, choose how many impacts it contains, then repeat it naturally 3 times. Slaptop learns both the motion signature and the rhythm. You can assign the learned pattern to any keyboard shortcut, including your remapped system shortcuts, or have it type a saved text snippet. You can tune the tempo too, adjusting the minimum interval as low as 100 milliseconds for quick knock codes. The default remains a deliberate 333 milliseconds between recognized impacts. When the project showed up on the open source subreddit, the community response was pure nostalgia. One commenter named Dick Toronto wrote, "I remember this app. Holy shit, it has been that long. I loved it BTW." Another user, the Shriek, could not resist, more like Slaptop Ammirite. The reaction says it all. For people who actually used the original 2005 version, this is a genuine trip down memory lane. It is the digital equivalent of finding your old diary, and discovering it was about to come back to life. Slaptop stays true to its roots. It is private by design. Learn patterns and their assigned actions stay on your Mac. There is no account, no analytics, no advertising, and no motion data upload. It is a simple tool that does one weird thing and does it well. If you want to try it, the website at slaptop.m.guru has the download and the full source. The original was a brilliant experiment that died because the hardware was not ready. 21 years later, the hardware finally caught up. Slaptop is back, and it is ready to slap. If you enjoyed this deep dive into forgotten tech making a comeback, hit subscribe on Forge StackX. We break down the best open source tools before they go mainstream. See you in the next one.